Hey there, Drawyah here, and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and welcome back to the FlyByWire Airbus A320neo. Yes, line of FlyByWire again, the freeware A320 project, and today, premiere, not a stream, therefore it means I'm flying the real world, and today going from Gatwick to Manchester. So I'm on board British Airways flight 258, or shuttle 258 to Mike. This is an aircraft based in Manchester. I'm going to be on Tango November Juliet, which is the aircraft that scheduled the route. Unfortunately, no livery that exists, and I've got November Delta instead. But yeah, it should be a pretty good flight. Well, I hope it'll be a good flight overall, because for those following the news, you know that airports in the UK right now are not exactly the nicest place to be. All the short staff and passenger protests, basically. But fingers crossed, we got through security no problem. And this flight today, so this aircraft in particular, so it flew in from Manchester this morning. It flew as shuttle, grab the flight numbers. So it flew as BA2509, now flying as BA2508, so into Manchester. After to go to Heathrow, and Heathrow to Barcelona, Barcelona back to Heathrow, back to Manchester, and then based for the night. So Manchester-based aircraft, with a few hops in and out of London and Barcelona today. But in particular, I'm on this flight's leg, going up to Manchester. Yeah, so it's a 9:45 departure in the morning. Should land at around an hour or so. And fingers crossed, should be pretty good. And again, for those who don't know my premieres, I'm flying in the real world, and therefore you don't follow me on Whereby, as you normally do. Instead, you follow me on Flight 24. The plan is to try and get flights kind of as accurate as possible to the real world route within a few minutes, give or take a few. So, jump in the cockpit and let's set the aircraft up. Again, having flown in from Manchester earlier today, it means the aircraft's now in turnaround state, so systems are all on, irises are aligned. Should make the setup a little bit easier than the normal flight, I guess. Let's input data from the sim brief. So Gatwick to Manchester, we are BA2508, shuttle 258 to Mike. There's our Manchester, there's our Gatwick weather, there's our Manchester weather. Yeah, it should be pretty standard stuff for the beginning. So the ground services, and let's get our fuel on board the aircraft. So let's take a few minutes. Our required fuel today is 4657, so put that into the fueling, 4657. Only about a minute or so to fuel, that's no problem. Yeah, because we've got 3,800. So again, short flight from Manchester, wouldn't use too much for the way in. Generator's connected, fuel truck's already there, that's all fine. Safety chocks, so safety cones and wall chocks are in place. Right, head down to the FMS, and let's get the aircraft loaded up as well, so clear that. Sadly, with FlyByWire, it is still dual MCD, so I can't use the two systems separately, but it's not the biggest problem in the world. Right, Atsu, AOC, let's do the weight and balance. Before we do that, let's request our weather, shall we? So weather request. A lot of data from Manchester and Gatwick. Okay, wrong way around, but we'll figure that out. Alright, weight and balance. Going to request it. Starts the boarding process. We'll do the same from PACX. So, Gatwick, Manchester, BA2508, 24,000 cruise. Flight time today, 45 minutes. The departure, so it's 18 past now, flight at 45, so 26 minutes to departure, plenty of time. Flying Airbus A320neo, and passenger count according to PACX is 170, so 170 goes into that. I'll check the 9, but yeah, at the moment, the air costs about half booked, but let's try to change the flight progresses, also when checking starts. Right, British Airways, yes to snacks, no to meals, customs not required, flight numbers not continue. And with that, let's start boarding. Right, that's all loading. We'll print out the weather sheets. Get that printed. Rip out the printer. Head back to flight plan. Let's fill in that initialization. Right, so going from Echo Golf, so it's now Echo Golf Kilo Kilo to Echo Golf Charlie Charlie. Our flight number is shuttle 258 Mike. Cost index. British Airways 320s, it's 30. Cruising altitude flight level 240. This page, our 0 point sense of gravity, we can do our 0 fuel weights. 62.0, 07, so 62.1. Sense of gravity today, 24 4.6. The block fuel is 4.7. Basically, when it's done, head over to flight plan. But before we do that, let's greet myself on board, I guess. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. On board is British Airways flight 2508 from London Gatwick to Manchester. Flight time today is around 45 minutes. Nice short hop for you today. We should get there hopefully in good time. As it stands, the weather in Manchester is showing pretty good. We've got some light clouds reported, but nothing too much in the area. The temperature right now at a nice and warm 19 degrees centigrade. We thank you for using British Airways. We hope you enjoy your flight with us today, and we ask you to sit back, relax, and enjoy your flight. Thank you very much. So now the PACX to do that. There we go. Yeah, as much as I love the scenery, it can be a bit frame rate heavy sometimes. Right, let's plug in our routing, shall we? So first waypoint today is not a long wait, not a long route. First waypoint is Lambourne. From Lambourne, we fly the November 57 to Welling, Garden City. It's Tango 420 to Elvos, and that's your flight plan. So departing runway 08 right on Lambourne 10 departure, and with the Elvos 1 mic approach for runway 05 left. That's what on paper can change on the day. Right, so that's all plugged in, that's looking good. I don't think there's anything in the way of 80 at the moment. Slowly getting busier. UK, so we've got Luton radar online right now. Hopefully get some Manchester as well. Have a shout on the IVAO queue for someone to pop online. Apart from that, should be pretty standard departure. So I'm going to plug our departure in now. Departure runway 08 right, Lambourne 1 Zulu. Insert that, and we're good to go. Green altitude is set 240, so that should do our continuous climb through to the route. Ah, okay, that's new. Yeah, it's not a problem then. Yeah, Elvos, leave this continuity because we'll plug the Elvos approach into Manchester shortly after departure. We'll head over to our performance. Let's do that. So our winds, shall we? Request the winds on our routing. Should be our climb winds, press our cruise winds, and we'll do the descent winds as soon as we get the flight plan all inserted. Cool. Right, that's flight plan for performance. Let's grab the calculator for our performance today. It's going to be the SimSmarts one. Let it load. Go.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your flight attendant speaking. At this time, please be sure to make sure all large carry-on items are in the
Cool. Alright. Echo Golf Charlie Kilo. I was getting Manchester and Gatwick confused. I only want to fly between the two. If I fly them separately, it's fine, but only when I'm flying between the two, always a pain. Which confirming, so 08 right, I was going to say 08 left. Maybe it's that runway. Right, so 0-30 knots, that's temperature 21 centigrade, it's QNH 1017, dry conditions, and it has to be off. Takeoff weight is 67. Centre of gravity will be standard, forward, flex takeoff, and config 1 flaps will be used. Air conditioner will be on. So config 1 flaps, flex 767, 150 rotate, V1. V1 150, rotate 150, V2 151. Limitations takeoff weights, thrust reduced at 1203, green dot 220 knots. So 150, 150, 151. Transition altitude to 6,000 feet. Flaps 1 for takeoff. Flex temp is 67. And it's 1203 to 1203. Should, there we go, perfect. Right, that's our takeoff configured. Aircraft's been fueled up, so we can turn on the fuel pumps, start the APU, seatbelt sign comes on, and we can pretty much sit back, relax, and get ready. One thing that FlyByWire does have, which Phoenix does not, is the predictive wind shear. That one works. Lock up the door. And yeah, so that's TARI. Now, wait, I guess. So another 90 minutes expected departure. Passengers are still boarding. Guess an opportunity just to quickly cruise around Gatwick. Which the lights are set correctly as well, so they should have the nav lights are on. Straight automatic, and that should be that. Yeah, just around Gatwick, enjoy the scenery for a little bit. Passing from the South Terminal, which reopened not that long ago, a couple of weeks ago, it reopened after its closure during COVID. And actually, whoops, haven't started Volanta yet. And actually, when I flew in from Tunisia, South Terminal, we flew into, which was like, what, a week after it first opened. That was actually pretty good to see. Nice to return to South Terminal again. So the scenery in the Sims has always been absolutely phenomenal. I do like my Microsoft Flight Sim. Yes, had many a problem with it. We all have, but you can't fault it really. It's always been a joy to fly in. Photoshop open to do the screenshots properly for Volanta. It didn't save it. That's annoying. Do that happen quickly. Yeah, say what you want about Microsoft Flight Sim. So when it comes to visual appeal, not much that'll beat this really. Class of its own, it really is. There we go. Right, we're in the fast phase of boarding. I could go through my flight itinerary, because I don't actually remember which seat I've got on this flight. I think it's 24A. So I'm 24A or 26A. We're sitting on 22A even, 22. So let's figure out who's on my seat today. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 22. So there you go. Jamie Campbell is acting as Drawyah today. This is my seat. I'll be sitting on the flight today. Actually, I think it's already one of my views in this aircraft. It's yeah, this. So this will be my view of the flight today. Back seat, looking out to the left-hand side. Should do the more scenic route on the
We're ready to go when
Irish Sea coast on the left-hand side. Once we're airborne, we'll go through our passenger routine area, see who's on board our flight, and go through all the stats for passengers as well. Now, the question is, in true Gatwick style, do I hold my ground for half an hour and be slightly delayed? So Gatwick, it's not my favourite airport to pass through, but it was damn sight cheaper than going out Heathrow from Manchester. Heathrow went to about £87, this flight cost me £33, so price-wise, it makes sense to go to Gatwick, because these are my railway work as well, get some very good travel price to Gatwick as well. Right, so that's all fine, cruising entry 240, it's quite a low 24, but look at the scheduled flight from yesterday. What did you cruise at? So yesterday's flight cruised an altitude of, does not say, very helpful. Say, oh well, yeah, so 24,000 is usually about right for this flight. The A320neo, quite a recently added route. So British Airways put out a Gatwick just sort of start of COVID, and then returned to it for its domestic hops instead. So had a bit of a history with Gatwick British Airways. AP bleed on, like the air conditioning of the aircraft. Somehow we can now kill. We can disconnect the jet bridge. It's independent of the ground. We're now fully boarded on pre-flight, so jetway can move away. What else can we do? Go to the tablets, get rid of the raw chocks and ground services. The answer is no, then it's the aircraft, probably by the parking brake. Okay, what I can then do is I can get our pushback pre-planned. Departing runway 08, so I'm going to push back facing the west.
Make sure that all devices are in airplane mode and your large devices are now shut down and stowed. Please fasten your seatbelt and make sure that all tray tables and seat backs are in a full upright and locked position for departure. Flight attendants, please prepare cabin departure and cross check.
That'll do. Right, so we get over to Unicom, which our departure is also announced. So parking stand 22. Parting runway 08 right. Our departures, land 11 Zulu, and our taxi today. Just grab the ground Charles Gatwick. So yeah, departure, land 11 Zulu. Which makes it out east end of London. Spot Heathrow, Spot City on the way out. It's Spot Heathrow as well, in the far west. Taxi charts, parking stands, keep you, and we'll grab the briefings. Yeah, there we go. Right. So push back onto Lima. We'll leave Lima, underleave the tunnel down Quebec. Actually go down Romeo Alpha Romeo. So Lima, Romeo Alpha onto Romeo. Yeah, that's fine. And then just Juliet, pretty much all the way down to the end of the hard short marker. Holding Juliet on the way. So 1. Yeah, that's fine. So, on Zulu, taxiways. That. So it's Lima, Romeo Alpha, Romeo, Juliet, holding Juliet. Cool. So at this point, I think we're pretty much ready to get going. So we'll put the beacon lights on to let ground crew start up. 30 minutes scheduled departure. I'm sure by the time we get ourselves taxied, that should catch up quite nicely for us.
Cockpit to ground.
Let's put the tug over. Let's get ourselves going. In the Airbus A320, very simple aircraft to get going. FlyByWire or Phoenix. Procedures pretty much the same across both aircraft, so doing is pretty much the same. The only thing that's really different, especially in the flight dynamics, is the flare law and final approach. When we get to that stage.
Okay, sir. The bypass pin is installed. All doors and hatches closed and all ground equipment is removed. The parking brakes are set. You may lift. Parking brakes
Right,
set.
get
Lifting
the aircraft
aircraft.
up.
We are cleared for start and push. Okay, cleared for push start. Please release parking brake.
Parking brakes released.
Parking brakes are released. Commencing pushback.
Straight to
You can start the
ignition.
engines in sequence.
And let's get going,
You will
shall
start
we?
in the sequence.
Engine 2 starts.
Ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the screen for an important safety demonstration. Thank you for flying.
Again, using the classic British Airways A3 thing. I do love this little one. Where did safety shot? Oh well. So waiting for the N2. Fuel flow, source temperature increases, and one shot starts to increase with it. Perfect.
We're now going to explain the emergency
Set initial climb to
procedures
6,000
on British
feet.
Airways aircraft. The captain and the crew are here for your safety. It is important that you pay attention and follow instructions carefully. First, check your seatbelt is securely fastened. Insert the metal
Okay,
tag
pushback
into the
completed.
buckle
Please set your
and
parking
tighten
brake.
by
Parking
pulling
brake
on the
set.
set.
Engine working now starts. Engine is available.
Parking brake set. Lowering aircraft.
Again, 320neo is dual engine start operated, but it will run on for sake of
Ground. You may disconnect.
procedure.
You must fasten your
Okay,
seatbelt.
sir. Clear to disconnect.
Provide
Pin has
extension
been removed.
seatbelts for
See you at the
inmates.
side.
We
Have a good
suggest
flight.
you keep your seatbelt fastened
Holding
and
position,
visible
waiting for the
during
visual.
our flight,
Thank you and
even
goodbye.
when the sign is off. Your life jacket is either beside or underneath your seat.
There we go. Fuel flow
Take
starts.
it out of the container and
Perfect.
place it over your head. Pass the tapes around your waist and tie them securely in a A double bow at your side.
That's heat though, just marching ants a long time today. And there's that payware category as well. Not so FPS heavy, again, not very detailed compared to the freeware. Well, in many cases where in a sim, the freeware project completely demolishes the payware option. I'm sorry, but it's true. It really is. Right, engine one's available. Let's do a quick flight control checks, starting off with the elevators. Yeah, ailerons.
There are 2 exits at the rear of the aircraft
Rudder.
and 2 at the front of each cabin section. Your crew
And
will now
spoilers.
point out the exits nearest to you.
Cool. That goes back to engines. Flaps down position 1.
The handle in the
You
direction of the
can
red arrow.
release the parking brake, set the doors brake to max.
Place the evacuation slides.
That's our intentions to taxi.
By pulling this handle.
So that's our taxiing intentions.
Away from the aircraft.
Then taxi lights come on, APU comes off,
Detach to form rafts.
increase throttle, and let's get some movement going.
Life jacket by pulling the red tag. If necessary, blow into this mouthpiece to top up the air. The life jacket is fitted with a light and a whistle. Your oxygen mask is behind the panel just above your head. If the cabin air system should fail, this will be released. Stay in your seat and pull the mask towards you to open.
I just realised underneath the bridge, we're passing a completely different place to what the map said.
Place it over your
Really?
mouth and nose and adjust the band to secure it.
Yeah, just realised, sorry, we're not up here. San 22 is all the way down here. There's Juliet, just, yeah, Juliet all the way there. Ignore that.
You release the
I wonder
mask
why the
and
map's so off on
If you're in a Club World sleeper suit,
Navigraph. It's very
find a
peculiar.
screen to retrieve your mask.
Right, so we're going down Juliet, so we need to cut across
And all headsets must be
Papa.
removed whenever the engines are running on the ground during takeoff, approach and landing. Please ensure your mobile phone and any devices that can send or receive calls or text messages remain off for the flight. Any items with a flight safe mode should have this feature enabled now. Some electronic devices can be used once
So it
we're
should be
there.
1017, because again that's on the inbound flights. No, 1020 actually, no, sorry. Yeah, 1017 should have the correct information. Cool. Cabin check. Pulled out after safe reefing ends. Spoilers to armed. Ignition to off. So now the safe reefing can finish first, and then we shall do the cabin check. Get cabin crew seats to take off.
Look at the safety card in the seat pocket. If you have any questions, please ask your crew. We hope you have a relaxed and enjoyable flight.
There you go. Good time there for cabin crew. Thank you very much. Cabin crew, please take your seats for departure.
Prepared for takeoff.
Perfect, thank you, cabin crew. Got the response being before I asked them. Right, takeoff config test. Takeoff config should go to normal, which it does. The A2508, ready to go. Cough, sorry, 2 seconds. Last time I flew domestic in the UK, probably late last year actually. Last flights I did domestically was a flight from, let's got my stats up here. Well, apart from the flight I did with, apart from the Dragon repeated flight I did and the flights with Air Ordinary, which were to, well, you part and land at the same airport. The last proper domestic flight I did was a flight from, I think it was Edinburgh. Oh no, it was Belfast City to Teesside. That was from Northern Ireland to England. I guess the last I did within the UK entirely was Edinburgh to Stansted, and that was with EasyJet A320neo. Sorry, 320ceo Sharklets. But yeah, it's been awesome. Again, Northern Ireland is domestic flights. That's like I did outbound from Cardiff to Belfast City, so that was a flight on who was that? Eastern Airways. Eastern Airways did in their Jetstream 41, and then do the flight back from Belfast to Durham in an Embraer 135 of Loganair. And that was in November 25th last year. And since then, from February onwards, I'm flying international again, back in Europe. Then I did North Africa, did Tunisia, and I'm hoping by the end of this year, try to get a flight out to New York. I'll have to America at some point. Almost did America, did New York in the 747, and then of course COVID happened. It's something that I'd very much like to tick off the list. America and 747, so I might fly for Lufthansa at this rate. Flying out of Frankfurt. It'll be London to Frankfurt, Frankfurt to New York. Long way around, basically. But it should be good. It should be good if we get the dates and times right. Yeah, I'm excited. So I'd love to do it. Just need to make sure I've got the budget for it, so I should do. A bit of saving at work. A bit of time as well, but other than that, it should work out quite nicely for me. Let's get ourselves a bit slower down so we can get ourselves to turn properly. At the very end, hold position outside departure intentions and get going. Got 3 minutes to expected departure, so we're doing alright for time at the moment, which is a miracle for Gatwick. Again, I'm really hoping that come Saturday morning, airports won't be quite as hectic as they've been on the news in the last couple of days, especially Manchester airports. Because I'm landing at Manchester and departing, because I've seen the footage there, the airport security, it's pretty much just turned into anarchy. It's not pretty to look at. I mean, I've been a strong supporter of the aviation industry, you guys know that for a fact. Yes, of course I'd love to see it more environmentally friendly, don't like that for a minute, but so I've been a big supporter of aviation, actually using it to travel to the world. So seeing the state it is, it's not pretty, it really isn't. Right, hold position. That's I'll do a quick visual check first. No one's approaching from the right. No one's approaching from the left. That looks clear. So now it's our intention to depart. Landing lights all set. Transponder to on. Right, let's get out of here, shall we? Let's run the runway, start the chrono, and then do our run. Takeoff. Landflex 67, SRS runway, thrust set, auto thrust blue, 60 knots, 80 knots, 100. V1 rotates. V2. Positive rates. Gear up. And they have it. So long, London Gatwick airports. Until next time. Reduced to climb power. Pitch the nose down ever so slightly. So all I'm doing really this time is just following the flight director, keeping the crosshairs as close to centre as possible. Fly by hand for a little bit, reset ground spoilers. It's a pretty simple departure path, so eventually we'll switch over to autopilot and let the aircraft take command from there. $3,000. Autopilot's on. Straight line path from which until now. Right, so sit back, relax, enjoy the flight, I guess. 6,000, straight over to standard altimeter. Raise the flaps about now. Increase altitude to 24,000. No need to hold altitude at this point when there's priority requirements. Use the X flight button to X flight through 24,000. Should then skip all of the altitude restrictions at this point. The answer is no. Is it decided to hold at 5,000? The answer is yes, I think it has. So it expedites. There we go. Because I reset the altitude, just it's also going to need to reset the X flight as well. So I'll continue to climb to 24,000. Follow the set out, no point to do the async flight course at this point in time. Hopefully our departure time on flight radar should also match our departure time at Gatwick, presuming of course runway 08 side is also in use. That's where it can difference. The runways can change, the winds can change, the weather can change. There's a few things that can change between now and the actual flight takes place. But for the most part, it should pretty much just be a well. Because again, the flight's tomorrow morning, so I'm not well off the flying dates. Standard symptoms sets. Passing through 8,000. Release the X flight button, it should now just continue to climb on there. Sonar cords. $9,000. Clouds, nice and simple. Even the buzzword through the CFM the Bonnays. Not the loudest buzzword in the world, get more on the 77 Max, but still a gorgeous little sound that. I do like my CFMs. The best sound CFMs, of course, those on the 737 Classic family. So the 737, and like 10,000 feet. Off, 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 and off. Yeah, so the engines that I do like are the CFM56s, but those that you get on the 77 Classic family. Those ones, the 56.3s, very, very good buzz saw to it. Not as powerful as the A320 option for the CFM56.3s on the CFM56.2s on the A320 CFM1s, but yeah, the sound of them, because of the low bypass ratio and the hamster pouch, as they call it, on the lower nacelle, because it's flat engine to fit the aircraft's low landing gear coverage. Yeah, it just sounds different, sounds really good. Alright, left hand turn, let us go. So we'll finish on the turn, probably switch off seatbelt signs, since at this point we now got no real deviations ahead of us. Straight line path all the way to Manchester. That's just to ram around the cabin a bit. It's an early morning flight, so we should get ourselves a complimentary snack of, it'll be a breakfast grain bar. British Airways morning flights. And a bottle of water, of course. If you're flying in the evening, you get a packet of crisps and a bottle of water. In the morning, you get like a breakfast strawberry grainy bar thing, which actually is quite nice. I'll be sure to share it on my Instagram. Sorry, if you're on Instagram, do follow me on Drawyah. Quick jump cut, sorry. Apparently my hard drive ran out of memory, it stops recording, that's annoying. What was I saying? Yeah, so morning flights, you get a grain bar, evening flight, you get yourself a packet of crisps, both with a bottle of water. Yeah, that's pretty much it really. Made left hand turn, we'll get ourselves then on course onto Manchester. And then from there, bring it to land. So 45 minutes of flight time today, shouldn't be too bad for us. Turn off the seatbelt sign now, let's run around the cabin. As we continue our climb, let's go through itinerary and let's see who's on board this flight with me. So of course the one passenger airplane is me. Where are you? You are there. Jamie Campbell. So Jamie Campbell's me today. Let's see who else on board the flight. It's funny name. Well, it's funny names. Can't give a shout because this is premiere, pre-recorded. But I'm sure we'll find someone be careful enough. I know Daniel Newton, oh my gosh, he's not quite 39, but I know this guy, he's a good friend of mine. And, to be fair, this is the kind of flight you'd probably take. We'd probably go by train more than flight, but hey ho, that's not a bad spot already. What else have we got? Yeah, good guy Dan, relation to his robotics. Nobody else yet. Nope. That's about it. Just one name. Someone I know in real life. Sadly though, not a particularly famous person, so I can't really say much about them, but not a bad find, Matt. Not a bad find. Maybe chuffed. Passing through 20,000 feet, all looking good. Let's plug in this high arrival now, shall we? Again, the flight's so short, we might as well get it all done straight away. So expecting runway 05. Yeah, 05 left on the Airbus 1 mic approach. IS 05 left. Airbus approach. Interesting, we don't have one. Should come for the Dales. Fairly sure I'm up to date on my air rack. Should be. Okay, right, it's looking at the waypoints in the menu, I guess then. Small extra step, it's not the end of the world. So close that, close that, close that. Elvos on mic, show the window chart. It's coming from, let's see, so Elvos, Trent, Dane. And then insert that. Should be just continuity, which we can then plug in. So Elvos. Next waypoint, TNT. It's going to be that one. And then after Trent. Next waypoint, Dane. Insert that. Shouldn't mess up the flight plan, well, at all really. That plan, zoom in. Step, step, step. Yeah, so Elvis, Trent, yeah, so you can see from Dane, fly around, get the localizer at the very end. I'll probably do that bit manually as a vector, get ourselves a bit of a better angle of attack onto the glide slope. That there is pretty much all we need. Right, cruise 24,000 already. Nice and shallow. Alright, destination data, we've just departed. We use the same message, same data from the takeoff because again, right next to each other, nothing change it too much on the 45 minutes we've departed. Coach 1020. 20, practically helpful. Temperature outside right now at 19 degrees centigrade. Winds are reporting 0808. Transition altitude 6,000. And barometer for approach. 412. Perfect. So that's our approach info set. That's us good to land when we get there. Maybe at this point we've already flown past London. If not, it's just, yeah, kind of we're on top of the M25 right now, so we're very much on the outskirts of London South. There's the motorway right there. lakes. You just about see London City behind us as well in the clouds. So not too far from the centre. Half that expected arrival. Top of descent is pretty much on top of us already. There it is. 60 miles to go. And this may be probably the shortest flight that British Airways operates. Actually, no, Heathrow's even closer. If this is short, Heathrow will be even shorter than that. But yeah, this is definitely one of the shortest flights that British Airways will operate. Between shots of Volanta. 24,000. We can update the passengers already, I guess, because tell a lie. We'll give it a few minutes, and then we'll do a quick announcement saying that we are going to be starting our ascent in the next couple of minutes. Once again, here's our view on the web eye right now, flying over Luton, so we'll be able to spot the airports down below. We'll probably fly over the airspace there. What's in charge of right now? Manchester shows as inactive, so it'll just be a Unicom approach today. 3 flights inbound, of which we are the second set arrival. So the aircraft just in front of us from Bristol, EZ261. We must have just departed, haven't they? Let's have a look for where their position is. So just before us in the arrivals. Bristol? Bergen, sorry. They're coming from Norway. So I'll definitely get a chance to see them on the approach. Very good, because if they're landing 05 side as well, they're going to have to also take into account the approach, flying south of the airport, and back on themselves again. So we need to be very careful of their position on our approach today. So give them a shout, see what they are on the approach, and then bring ourselves into land after that. As for weather, like I say, a little bit of cloud reported, nothing too major. The winds are 8 knots, 080, so just a breeze of a headwind expected. Yes, it's going to be a good flight today, so I've got no problem, no issue with what I'm expecting on the landing. Should work out, it's quite nicely for us. Hopefully on time landing as well, because this flight then has to go to Heathrow after this, and then Heathrow down to Barcelona, so quite a few legs today. 2 London hops, and then the Spanish capital before returning back to Manchester for the evening. Yeah, Manchester-based aircrafts in the early morning London connection. Got all your business and then down to the capital to work, I guess. There's London Luton. Don't think they operate out Luton. They operate at Stansted for a few of their flights. Stansted's also they fly at Stansted for a few of their flights. Also use Stansted as a backup for City Airport when that one has a disruption. Don't think there's any BA flights that ever schedule out of Luton. No maintenance, no nothing. I'll never touch. Stansted should be just to our right hand side somewhere. Try and spot it behind our back wing. Not a visual straight away, but yeah, Stansted somewhere in the scene behind us. Hello cruise, puffy clouds. What's not to love that flight today, eh? It's a pilot's dream. No problems, no dramas, no delays. You depart, you fly, you land, you're on time. Well, hope you're on time at least. So far so good. Imagine the systems zooming slightly now because you can see the airport's going to be on top of the 80-mile radial. Intercept of the glide slope needs to send us down to an altitude of 3,000 feet for the intercepts, and then misapproach altitude when sets to 3,000 again. Well, the operation top of the runway apparently. It's quite close to the airport that. No VORs or anything nearby to use as there. At the end of the world. So 3,000 feet for the glide slope, 3,000 feet misapproach altitude for the sets. Nice and calm flight. As Manchester starts, so the reason I'm actually going up here is to go watch a play. So I'll be in the Manchester Opera House at 2:30 and watch the play that goes wrong with the original cast. And I've watched Magic Goes Wrong, which you'll somewhere behind me. Yeah, I've seen Magic Goes Wrong. It was my first show in the years I went to just because I got recommended it. Fell in love with Mischief as a comedy act. I've seen Peter Pan Goes Wrong on YouTube for the BBC they did. And yeah, it's something that I decided, you know what, I have to see more. So when they announced that in Manchester and Newcastle, they bring back the original cast for 2 weeks only, it was a case of drop what I'm doing, find a day off work and book it. So today, Saturday, it's kind of the only real day I had free with time around it, of course, to work, to go see it. So it's going to be a day after this, and I've got a Volanta Railway evening meeting, hopefully, if I can make it there on time. Yeah, up to Manchester. I've never been to Manchester before. I've not been to Liverpool either, so I need to go to at some point. But yeah, up to Manchester, spend the morning kind of walking around the city, go see the two stadiums, of course, Trafford and City of. And then Opera House, watch Play Goes Wrong, and then train back to London. So I'm taking the train back. I'm not going to risk a flight out of Manchester Airport at the moment. Sorry, it's not worth it. And then I go from there. Well, so yeah, see where I go from there. But like I say, if all goes to plan, should be a pretty good day out. And first time in the city, it's a weird one to go to, but never really had a chance to do so. Right, 50 miles from descent. Let's set everything up. 3,000 feet sets. Good afternoon, legends. Good morning, even legends. Well, cancel that and redo it. That was horrible. Good morning, legends. Oh, no. Oh, welcome to story. Why am I doing my intro? yes, cancel. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'd like to run the flights deck. We are shortly about to descend to Manchester. Yes, nice short hop today for us. We'll be landing in approximately 25 minutes. Again, same weather, 19 centigrade with clouds reports, no rain. Should be a nice and warm day for you when we land. We hope you enjoyed the flight so far, and we shall be bringing you down very shortly. Again, thank you for using British Airways. I hope you enjoy the rest of your flights. If you need to use toilets, please do so now, as we start our descent. We will then be ready aircraft for landing, and therefore we ask that you'll be back into your seats. It's a terrible message, but better than nothing, I guess. Right, 5 miles top of descent. Cool, start. 105, not too far ahead of us. We'll get both the speed manage modes, the average speed for descent. We'll get the altitude to the right hand side. Keep an eye on both of those as we start our main descent down. Keep an eye on the Unicom just in case we get any chatter from the other inbound Manchester flight. They're a bit closer to the airport, but again, got to bear in mind the approach. Unless they're aligned for the north, shouldn't be. But that's their own choice. Yeah, the runway's not actually ahead at the moment, so we'll see how it goes. That's us. That's them. Sunday, trying to do a flight on the Phoenix as a proper live stream. Passing through 22,000. Now flying over Leicester at this point. It's Leicester down below. Not far from Anchorage should we get to? Probably quite far. Yeah, no, Anchorage is miles to our yeah, Stafford, Anchorage, Cannock, miles to our left hand side, where my family come from in the UK side of things. Right, continue on descent. A bit cloudier now. Almost no rain's reported, so I really carry out this time. In Manchester, if you actually look at the weather sheet, no clouds reported. There you go. NCD, no clouds. I look at the METAR from Webite. Yeah, no clouds reported, so presumably weather improves slightly further north from here. Ooh, this will also be my shortest ever domestic flight in a jet-engined aircraft as well. I mean, total miles. Login again. Total distance from Manchester to Gatwick is only. Correct numbers. Where is it? 176 miles. As crow flies. In nautical miles, it's 153, so shortly, it's very shortly nautical miles, but yeah, it's the shortest flight I've ever done in a jet aircraft. Before that, it was the flights from Belfast to Teesside, that was 178, it's only 2 miles more actually, between Belfast. 181 then is from Charles de Gaulle to Gatwick, that was an EasyJet A319. So it's been my shortest flight on a jet aircraft, my shortest domestic flight in the UK, but not my shortest flights ever. My shortest flights ever was from Guernsey to Alderney, and that was 26 miles. In fact, 2 of them is joints. So Guernsey to Alderney in a Dornier 228, 26 miles, and Isla to Collinsey, and that was in a Bristol Norman Islander with Hebridean, not Harbour Airways, Hebridean. That was also 26 miles. Flight durations for both. So the flight from Guernsey to Alderney took 20 minutes. And also Isla to Collinsey, also about 20 minutes, so about the same time for both the Islander and 228s. Both good aircraft, although I do find the Islander a bit more comfy. 228s, as good as it is, it's a very cramped cabin. No space for anything on the aircraft. I still enjoyed it though. So I've always liked the old Dorniers. They are workforces, but I must admit, Twin Otter, an aircraft that's got similar capability, the Twin Otter is far more comfy. With the Twin Otter, I've done Glasgow to Barra. I've also done it Land's End to St Mary's in the Isle of Scilly. We're a bit higher right now. I think like we're a bit, not particularly. It's that final turn that throws me off. A day, and I was like manual heading. That's why I'm just going to get it off on its own course. So yeah, slight angle there. It's not the prettiest drawing ever, I must admit. What I probably actually do is a day heading to. Be kind of. What would that be? 31 minus 9, 22. Right, so I'm going to add a waypoint. So the Dane heading 220 for 100 miles. That work? Yes, yes it does. Okay, 222 is the wrong angle. Let's try Dane, heading 260 for 100 miles. Let's do it for 50 miles. That's better. How many miles is that then? Does it throw it to? Throws it beyond the airport. Okay, try one more. So that was 2.6. So Dane, heading 240. Try for 20 miles. That's alright. Get with that. Draw the curve again. That'll do. Sting a beauty, that. Right, seatbelts on. Get passengers back to their seats. So Dane, draw a marker at that position 20 miles ahead. Right hand turn onto guide slope and into land. I hope that we're at an altitude suitable for this. Dane needs passing through at 9,800. 4.8, 17 miles. Yeah, okay, it's not terrible. Not great. Not the worst place ever. Just reduce our speed slightly. Let's put this out. And the lights on. Yeah, I feel like we're certainly on the high side at the moment. On the fast side, I suppose I go. Might have to have 300 knots at that point. These need to bleed off quite a bit of altitude. We've got 21 miles, drop down to about 5,000. Land systems on and on. Just confirm that we are on the frequency for ILS 10975, course 2. That's correct. VOR for the airport. Grab that. 11355. Down to 230 knots. Start preparing the flaps. Dane, so what's the final waypoint going to be? CC05 left. EGCC05 left. Draw a radius at 10 miles. And EGCC05 left. Draw a radius at 4 miles. And over to the performance. Next phase, next phase. That's all correct. Has it activated approach phase yet for us? The answer is not yet. Do it now manually. Minimum approach speed at 133. South. Spoilers down. G speed is 220 knots. We are making use of the Macco sim scenery at Manchester, so I've got some fancy payware for the arrival today. It should look pretty good on the way in. There it is. So going past Manchester now. How we feel of traffic? The EasyJet is just coming in from our right hand side now. So they are going to land for us in that position, yeah. We're going to get some established very shortly, so we need to reduce it a bit further. Drop down to 215. Get a bit of space in between us and them, just ensures that we both land safely at our own times. They're 4,000 feet below us, about 12 miles to our right hand side. So stab it. There we go. There they are. Altitude passing through 6,500, needs to be at 4,900, so say about 1,000 feet above where we need to be right now, although give or take mission limit final right hand turn. Just going to extend the flight path just a tiny bit longer, increase descent rates, get us about 5,000 first, then make the right hand turn and get ourselves a localizer. Altimeter 1020. Flight directs to be Charlie Foxtrot 05 left. Actually, tell a lie. I'm sure you're banging the glass up anyway. Go on then. Oops, not you. Not you. Get replay up and running, so we'll watch the replay ban when we get there. I've got a phone on me, which stand we need to park at. It's quite simple, I think. So easiest down final. Visual open for them now. Yeah, we landed at 05 left, Macco essentially to the hotel golf area of the airport, and just park ourselves somewhere there. Simples. Right, aircraft level at 3,000. Speeds to 200 knots. EJet's vacated the runway, thank you very much. Make the right hand turn now. As soon as the aircraft gets lined, switch to the localizer, just wait for time to drop. Gets onto the approach. Choose 20 knots. Thank you very much, aeroplane. Localizer active. And approach mode armed. 170 knots. Cabin crew, please take your seats for landing. Spoilers armed. Flaps 2. Let's have the minimum approach speed today. 133 up to 4 flaps.
2,500.
Right. So now the slope. .150 sets. Get down. 133 sets. That's full. Right, pre-landing checks. Gear down. 3 greens. Flaps set. Spoilers armed. Cabin secure. Landing intention received. Pre-landing checks complete. I mean, so this bridge actually sets. Never touched that, so that's 3,000. We're at 4 miles, so this is now our final chance of conflict bridge actually set up for landing configuration, which it all is. Runways in sight, runways clear. Slight crab there for the final approach. Go to hand cam.
$1,000.
1,000. Sail approach. Mismatch action sets. Autopilot off. Farming control. Takeoff just crossed the runway now. Should they're clear. Holding position for us, thank you very much.
500. 400. 100 above. Minimum.
Minimum to continue.
200. 100. 50. 40. 30. 20. Retard.
On the throttles.
10, 5.
Reverse sets. $100 knots.
Traffic.
80 knots. 6 knots reverses cuts. Hold brakes. There you have it. Welcome to Manchester. I just wasn't set the manual brake. Yeah, well. Right. Vacate round to the left. Find ourselves a gate to park at. 35 feet to touchdown. It's an uphill slope runway, so that's always going to be a smooth one. And can't complain about that. Can't complain. APU starts. Landing lights off. Taxi lights set. Vacate to the left. Transponder off. Not bad that. More than happy landing. I'll be sure to enjoy that replay afterwards. turn off the landing systems and flight directors. They can all come off. Turn to the left. One of the stands just in front of us will be parking out today. And there's EasyJet crossing over to stand. Again, thanks for holding there, Easy. Much appreciated. This one of the stands pretty much all right inside with the domestic terminals here. Around the Heart Manchester roundabout, I guess. Right, pick a stand, any stand. We'll go for one with a jet bridge. Go to British Airways. We'll use jet bridge. As long as vehicles and people as well. Yep, that looks like a good stand for me. Stand 53. Killed landing lights, I'm going to blind him. You can give us ones today. The answer is negative. I'm just going to stand there, no problem. Brake sets. AP bleed on. And engines off. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Manchester. The local time right now is coming up to 10:30. Temperature side, a nice warm 90 degrees centigrade, with clear skies all round. We thank you for flying British Airways, we hope you enjoyed your flight models today, and we wish you a safe forward travel to wherever that may be. Cabin crew, disarm doors and cross check please. Thank you for flying with us today. Get jet bridge in position. That was a good flight, that. Really enjoyed that. Nice and simple. A320neo again. Aircraft I've done so many flights for now on Microsoft Flight Sim that pretty much know it all inside out now. And it's definitely an aircraft still worth the flights. Yeah, okay, it may not be quite as technical as the Phoenix, but really still is a gem on this simulator. So jet bridge connects, passengers deboarding, and then we'll be able to exit the aircraft over the next couple of minutes. I'll screenshot that. EasyJet, whereabouts at EasyJet Park? He parks presumably because it's an international flight somewhere where the international aircraft be able to go for their service. We've got an Air Mexico apparently at stand. What are you flying? You're flying. Okay, it's just a mismatched livery there, but 737 from Manchester to Gibraltar. We're flying Air Caribbean apparently. Okay, nope, equally as out of place. And then the EasyJet parks just on the back of that pier there. Yeah, it is this morning. Not too bad. Right, let's go through our flight reports, let's go through the replays, and then let's bring our trip to Manchester to an end. Well, I'll bring this stream to Manchester to an end. Of course, I'm in Manchester now for the rest of today, so it's a bit more for me to do out here. So about 5 minutes ahead schedule, not a bad time in that. So, the A2508 or Shuttle 258 to Mike, A320neo from Gatwick to Manchester, 41-minute flight time, plan departure 14:30, arrived to depart at 14:29, this is local time recording now, 15:15 arrival, should have arrived at 11, so nice and early I guess, 170 passengers, satisfaction 95%, landing rate 32 feet per minute, flight time 56 minutes. So, even from start to finish, we didn't even take an hour. Gosh, shows how short this flight was. Finish recording the replay. Let us finish recording on Volanta. Disconnect from IVAO, thank you for the traffic today, always good to see it busy. Get rid of jet bridge since that's going to sit in the way. So close the door. What's left really is to let us all replay. So A320 at Manchester. Stick ourselves in a short final, hopefully a bit further out than that. Because first we've got to do will be that of our window position. The animations come into position. There we go. Yeah, it was a pretty smooth approach that. A little bit of adjusting for the wind, 8 knots behind us, which wasn't too bad. Apart from that, everything else just came out was quite nicely for us. And now the townhouses below. It's very scenic, the Manchester approach, because the airport's not quite in the city centre itself, a bit further out. Yeah, less of city build up like you get at Heathrow City and Luton sometimes as well, depends which way it stays sitting. Rather, it's greenery all the way down. Fortunately, the airport has got a train connection, so I'll be able to use my train pass to get myself into the city centre without too much of a cost. I'll probably use train to get around Manchester anyway, because it's a very well connected city. Also, where the trains originally started from, Manchester and Liverpool, it's the very first railway that opened up, so a lot of history behind it too. Yeah, a little bit of a flight, but smooth enough touchdown. Oh no, there's Thomas Cook hangar. Rest in peace, Thomas Cook. They're an hour and a half. They rebranded, didn't they? I think they got merged with. I know the Thomas Cook Travel Agency got merged with someone else. I don't know what happened to the airline. I think that never got revived in the end. That just died. They died pretty much. Which is a shame. Thomas Cook. I never flew with them, but so it would have been nice to try a couple of flights, I guess. Right, short final from the right hand side now. Again, very, very pretty this. Very pretty indeed. There's the outskirts of 05 right. In accordance to flight plan, 05 left was our active runway, so I don't know if that's actually correct or not, but on paper, that's what we're reading. Also, official, so yes, this flight, and anyway, wasn't it? Radar. Yeah, yes, this. Oh no, yes, this flight 05 right. So fair enough. Perhaps 05 right was the correct runway. Oh well, not the end of the world. We departed on the. We landed on the passing traffic side. Macco scenery, very, very good at what it does. Very, very pretty indeed. Other purchase Macco actually, his stuff. It's not that much. He's on Manchester. He's on Birmingham, and he's on Cancun, but not too expensive, and scenery in detail, very, very good, so it's worth a purchase. Definitely worth a purchase. Yeah, the reverses were a bit late as well, it's like down on the engine displays, but not terribly done. Right, let's have a look at it from the landing gear point of view. This should be very smooth. Well, I think we landed on the right hand side gear first, so I think we touched that one first and then left. So I felt that little movement to the left after touchdown. We'll confirm that. Let's see, I guess. The flat. Not the best centre line in the world, definitely to the left hand side a little bit. And to be fair, no, it was quite accurate for the left and right hand side, very balanced. Just the centre line a little bit off, as you can approach the uphill facing runway. Probably a bit fast, probably a bit more than 35 feet from there, I'd say. How many G's was that for actually? Let's have a look at the flight stats. So that landing was 0.46 Gs, so to be apparently minus 1 feet per minute, 0.46 G, so even Volanta said that was even softer. Passengers felt absolutely nothing for that. 0.46, I think we even touched the ground at that, right? Well, that's what it says. Let's have a look at the landing for acceleration view, and we'll bring things to an end. So, stick you to the sides. Let's take the aircraft in the air. So here comes our 320 short final. See the shadow on the tree as well, just wedging out around that. In reality, 320 is not that quiet. You can certainly hear it from a bit further away. But when it passes through, or passes across, that sound is very accurate indeed. No, that was really good actually. Can't even thought that, to be fair. So yeah, I guess that's the end of that. For me now, I'll be at Manchester Airport, making my way over to the departure lounge, or yeah, people sent through arrival lounge I guess, and out through the terminal exit. Travel to Manchester, spot the two stadiums, City of Manchester and Old Trafford. Then heads to the Opera House, watch Where It Goes Wrong, with visual cast of course, and then yeah, train back to London, hopefully catch an evening event as well, then hopefully invited too, to figure out what's happening with that. Apart from that, it's the premiere I guess, so I hope you guys enjoyed it, leave a like if you did, do subscribe if you haven't already, thank you very much for watching. She'll be back tomorrow with some Phoenix A320 flying, so give you a chance to fly that again. Otherwise yeah, take care of yourselves, have a good one, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.